You feel that heat rising, the aches creeping in, and the first thing you do is Google how to cure a fever fast. We've all been there, desperately scrolling for a quick fix. But what if I told you that in 2025, the smartest way to handle a fever isn't to cure it at all? Let's get one thing straight. A fever isn't the enemy. It's your body's natural defense system, a finely tuned weapon cranking up its internal furnace to create an environment where viruses and bacteria just can't thrive. It's a sign your immune system is on the job. So the real goal isn't to shut it down, but to give your body the high-quality fuel it needs to win the battle faster and more efficiently. Sure, forcing your temperature down with medication can provide comfort, and that has its place, but it doesn't usually shorten the underlying illness. Supporting your body does. Today, we're breaking down the essential vitamins and nutrients that science shows can actually support your body during a fever by helping you get over the illness that's causing it. We'll cover the big three for immunity you should have on hand, a surprising hero that strengthens your body's immune headquarters, and my number one tip for recovery that isn't a vitamin at all. Let's get into it. Let's kick things off with the undisputed champion of immune support, the one your grandma always told you to take, vitamin C. And she was right, it's famous for a reason. Think of vitamin C as the general contractor for your immune system. It's vital for producing white blood cells, the frontline soldiers that hunt down and destroy invading pathogens. When you're sick, your body is under a ton of oxidative stress. The infection creates a flood of unstable molecules called free radicals that damage your cells. Vitamin C is a powerhouse antioxidant that swoops in to neutralize these free radicals, protecting your tissues from collateral damage. But does it actually help you get better, faster? The evidence is pretty compelling. Classic reviews of dozens of studies found that taking vitamin C regularly can shorten how long a cold lasts, by an average of 8% in adults and 14% in children. That might not sound like a miracle, but when you're miserable with a fever and aches, getting better even a day sooner is a huge win. The key is timing and dose. Waiting until you're 3 days into a nasty flu won't do much. The evidence strongly suggests you need to start supplementing the moment you feel that first tickle in your throat. During an active infection, studies often use doses between 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams per day, spread out to keep the levels in your blood stable. While some studies explore higher doses, the extra benefit for shortening an illness isn't always clear. And here's a 2025 pro tip you'll be hearing more about: liposomal vitamin C. This version wraps the vitamin in a tiny bubble of fat, which might help your body absorb it better. While we still need more big clinical trials to prove it's superior for treating illness, the early science is promising. For now, standard ascorbic acid is proven and effective, but if you like being on the cutting edge, liposomal C is where the conversation is headed. And of course, don't forget to load up on food sources like citrus fruits, bell peppers, and strawberries. Next up is the sunshine vitamin, vitamin D. For years, we thought it was just for bone health, but recent research has blown the doors open on its role as a powerful immune system. It doesn't just boost your immunity, it makes it smarter. Nearly every cell in your immune system has a receptor for vitamin D. When it locks in, it helps orchestrate a more balanced and effective immune response. It can ramp up your body's natural germ-killing proteins while also preventing your immune system from going overboard with inflammation, which is what causes many of the worst symptoms when you're sick. The link between low vitamin D and getting sick more often is overwhelming, especially for respiratory infections like the flu and the common cold. A major meta-analysis confirmed that taking vitamin D supplements significantly reduces the risk of catching a respiratory infection, particularly for people who are deficient. The effect is strongest in the winter when our sun exposure is at its lowest. More importantly for us today, having enough vitamin D can help you recover faster. Research has shown that children with respiratory infections who took vitamin D saw their fevers resolve more quickly. The logic is simple. If your immune system is better equipped from the start, it can knock out the infection more efficiently, meaning less time spent with a fever. So, what's the right amount? Many experts suggest a daily maintenance dose of around 2,000 IU, especially in the fall and winter. But since so many people are low in vitamin D, it's a great idea to ask your doctor for a blood test. If you're deficient, they might suggest a higher short-term loading dose to get your levels up fast. But that should only be done with medical supervision. Our third pillar is the mineral zinc. If vitamin C is the general contractor and vitamin D is the strategist, zinc is the specialized tool you bring in for one specific job: stopping a cold in its tracks. Zinc's big claim to fame is its ability to stop viruses from multiplying, especially the rhinovirus, the bug behind most common colds. When you take it as a lozenge, zinc ions hang out in your mouth and throat, where they can physically block the virus from latching on and replicating in your upper respiratory tract. The research here is very clear, but with one huge catch: you have to act fast. A deep dive into the studies concluded that starting zinc lozenges within 24 to 48 hours of your first symptom can significantly shorten a cold. We're talking less time feeling sick, which means less time dealing with a fever, cough, and congestion. The type and dose really matter. Look for zinc gluconate or zinc acetate lozenges. The effective dose used in studies is typically around 13 to 25 milligrams of elemental zinc, taken every 2 hours while you're awake. But, and this is critical, this is a short-term tool for just the first few days of being sick. Using high-dose zinc for a long time can cause nausea and interfere with your body's copper absorption. This is not for daily prevention, it's your go-to when you feel that first sign of sickness. If you're finding these science-backed tips helpful for taking charge of your health, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Now for our surprise hero, which isn't a vitamin or mineral, but an entire ecosystem: probiotics. It might sound a bit weird to talk about your gut when your head is pounding, but honestly, this is one of the most exciting frontiers in immunology. You've probably heard that 70% of your immune system is in your gut. While that's a bit of a simplification, it actually points to a deep truth. The trillions of bacteria in your digestive tract, your gut microbiome, are constantly talking to your immune cells. A healthy gut community really helps create a balanced immune response. So how do we use this? By bringing in reinforcements, beneficial bacteria, or probiotics. Research shows that supplementing with specific strains like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium can make a real difference. One analysis even found that people taking probiotics had fewer and shorter respiratory infections. In fact, consistent use helped cut down the number of symptomatic days by almost 3. By strengthening your gut, you're essentially upgrading your body's immune intelligence headquarters. You can get probiotics from supplements, but it's fantastic to get them from fermented foods like yogurt with live cultures, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut. And, oh, don't forget prebiotics, the fiber that feeds these good bacteria. You can find that in foods like garlic, onions, and bananas. I've shared the top nutrients to support your body. But if you do nothing else, You have to do this. My number one tip to get through a fever faster has nothing to do with a pill. It's radical. I know: aggressive rest and strategic hydration. Let's start with hydration. A fever raises your body temperature, and that process burns through energy and water. You lose more fluid through sweat and even just breathing. Dehydration makes every single symptom worse. It makes headaches pound, muscles ache, and fatigue drag you down. Staying hydrated with water, herbal tea, or clear broths helps your body flush out waste, keeps your blood flowing to deliver oxygen, and supports every single function your body is using to fight. And then there's rest. Sleep isn't just doing nothing. It's actually when your immune system does its best work. During deep sleep, your body releases proteins called cytokines that are, crucial for fighting infection. When you're sleep deprived, you produce fewer of these protective proteins and fewer infection-fighting cells. Pushing through and trying to work when you're sick, well, it literally ties one hand behind your immune system's back. Giving in to that overwhelming urge to rest is really giving your body the space it needs to win. No vitamin in the world can make up for being exhausted and dehydrated. These are the non-negotiable foundations of recovery. So, the new playbook for 2025 isn't about finding a magic pill to cure a fever. It's about a smarter strategy of total immune support. So, first, you arm your body with the big three as soon as you feel sick. That means, high-dose vitamin C as an antioxidant shield, vitamin D to keep your immune response smart, and zinc lozenges to stop viruses from taking over. Second, you build long-term resilience by supporting your gut health with probiotics from food or supplements. And finally, you honor your body's own healing process by surrendering to the absolute power of rest and hydration. By combining these nutritional tools with the basic pillars of recovery, you're not just waiting out the fever, you are actively helping your body win the fight and get back on your feet faster. What are your go-to remedies when you start feeling sick? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.